Greg Street, man. I'm rocking. I'm going for the 3-point conversion. Y'all going for the 2. I'm going for the 3.
Kara, are we there?
It's Ketsia. Go right ahead if anybody has
Hey,
any
Kets.
questions in the room.
Just overall first game, how'd you feel about it all? You guys were up most of that fourth quarter until that kind of fourth quarter, that second half until that fourth quarter stretch.
Effort was great. I thought our resilience when New York made a couple runs at different points in the game and we hung in and we bounced back with runs of our own. I think everybody sees already how hard we're going to compete, how hard we're going to go after people. Thought we did a good job disrupting them, which is hard to do because they have really good, skilled players, smart players. And then, some missed opportunities, shots at the rim. We get 10 offensive boards and didn't convert any of them, and we got some pretty good looks. And then just, I talked to the team start of the fourth quarter when we are in control of the game and just a few careless possessions that kind of swung the momentum of the game. So, against a team that went to the finals, you can't have a 2 or 3 minute stretch where you just kind of have wasted possessions and give them life when you're on top.
That's what I was going to ask about. I'm assuming you kind of talked about that fourth quarter run that they put together. Was it just sloppy turnovers kind of all of a sudden started popping up?
Yeah. Forcing into a crowd a little bit too much when there were some easy passes there to get the ball reversed. And then, we had the one in the backcourt. Actually didn't see it. I was subbing somebody in and had my back to it, but sounds like we just threw an outlet away. You can't, you might be able to have one of those. You can't have 2 or 3 back to back because that's a run.
Lastly, what'd you think about Kara?
Great. She's kicking herself for that last one, but great. Played really good defense, I thought, on Stewie. I mean, to do that game one was really impressive. She played with great energy. I mean, the 3 was a bonus, but played with really good energy. You see what her weak side help does to our defense when she's out there. She closes space that, just there's not many players in the league who can do that.
Run some sets for her to get threes.
I think I about threw her back on defense after that play.
That's all for me. Thank you.
Picking up on Stewie, you guys held her to 8 points, but then Benaja kind of got going there. What do you think worked well against Stewie and what worked maybe less well with Benaja?
I mean, first of all, you have to show Stewie the respect of the coverages we play and the people we put on her, and you have to work really hard to do that, and she has to miss some shots. You can play great defense on her and she can have 20. Benaja's just good. She gets better every year. She made some tough ones in traffic. Used to be able to go under on screens on her. You can't really do that anymore. So that's somebody that we've watched work on her game all the way through her career, and she's legit.
What did you think about the offensive flow with 4 in double figures, slim near a triple double?
Good at times. Good at times. I think there were things we did successfully that we needed to do more of. That that's part of our growth, is just recognizing what we're having success with in the game and being able to come back to it without having to come to a timeout, draw it up, execute it. Yeah.
Julie's debut. What'd you think of it overall, but especially the buzzer beater?
And buzzer beater, that's not a bad first career make. That was great. Everybody, I think, can see that she's just got good feel for the game. Her teammates like playing with her. She's got to stay aggressive, and she's such a facilitating minded player, pass first, that she got to remember she can score, and she can score. So she'll settle in. The point guard's a tough adjustment in this league, and she's doing a good job. Mm-hmm. I've spoken about her a fair amount the last couple of weeks. It's a testament to her and the work she put in from, the time she knew she was having surgery to now. You kind of map out a timeline and you hope you hit it. And that doesn't happen unless the player is extremely dedicated to getting themselves back. And it's a huge credit to our training staff, particularly Christina Kennedy, who was kind of with her every step of the way. Latoya, Sarah, our strength coach, you don't get back like that on your own. The organization did what it's supposed to do and rallied around her to help her. And she took charge of her own future essentially, to get back to this point. So it's great to see. I mean, it's really rewarding, I think, for everybody to watch her back on the court.
What you see about the pass out there and just kind of attention you guys make that.
Yep, it's the type of team we need to be. I think we moved it really well at times. As we learn each other and get better with screening and timing and understanding our offense, it should get better. I thought it was probably the best. Slim has kind of built these couple weeks, probably the best. She's found that balance of being aggressive, especially in key moments when she needed to be, and also getting people great shots. I mean, I haven't seen the play back. It was a hell of a pass by her to find Ariel in the corner late. She just made a couple buckets. To be unselfish in that moment says a lot about her and the way we want to play.
The chance you guys had down 3 seconds left of the 12% out.
Yeah.
What broke down there?
I gotta see it back. I thought maybe we had a chance to turn the corner. We said we didn't necessarily need a 3 with 15 seconds, but it had to be a quick 2 if we're gonna get it. And I don't know. I gotta watch it back. I thought we had a chance to maybe turn the corner off of I don't know if it was Julie coming off, but I think we looked back to turn and kick it back. So, I gotta watch and see if we screened on the backside the way we're supposed to. But she plays really hard. She's not afraid of contact. You can see the stuff she's working on already show up. I mean, that's a tough first matchup in your first game of your career to have Stewie and JJ and all those guys on the other side. So you can see right away she's not afraid. She's going to battle. She made a jumper. She got her hands on a lot of plays to keep balls alive and get us extra possessions. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. That's who she is.
Felt early on New York was attacking off the dribble, and then mid-second quarter felt like there was an adjustment from you guys and they were shooting more from the outside. Something intentional that you saw that you're making an adjustment on, or just kind of something happening?
Adjusting to the way we were supposed to start the game. I didn't think we helped each other at all for about the first 12, 15 minutes of the game. Kind of all of our base rules went out the window. I'll chalk it up to opening night. And you look over there and you're guarding Stewie and Sabrina and you're like, I don't really want to help that much. But once we kind of trusted that we could help each other, get in the gaps a little better, we took away their easy stuff.
Thoughts on Carly's defense?
Pretty good. Benaisha's a tough cover. We moved her around. She had different people. She's good at when she closes out, knowing if somebody's quicker, how to use her length and give a half a step. So it's good. She's going to get tough matchups at that position all year long.
Last thing for me, your thoughts on the rotations tonight. What did you like about them? What are you thinking about adjusting for the future?
Figuring it out. Work in progress. Played Ariel a lot because she was cooking. And we're going to need our bench. So we'll keep going to them.
Thanks.
Yep. Sorry, somebody over here.
Get some Zoom.
Anybody have any question on Zoom? All right, thanks,
All right.
E.
Thanks, guys.
Alright.
Hey, what's up, Karen?
Hey.
What was it like being back out there for the first time in forever? How did you feel and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I felt great. I can't believe I'm back, honestly. Like it's just an amazing feeling. These last couple months have been, a whole new journey for me. And, there was question of whether I was gonna play again. So just to be back out and yeah, of course it sucks. Should have made a fucking layup, but it's still amazing to just be out there. Like I'm truly just grateful.
Break down your offensive game a little bit. Just you've been talking so much about adding to that side of the floor, and you gave us a little bit of taste of everything. At the rim, out on the perimeter, even first career 3.
Yeah.
How did you feel offensively?
I felt like I was pretty poised. I felt like I played to my strengths and, obviously coming in this year, I wanted to expand that. And I think I was just pretty, efficient in showing my versatility as well. So felt good.
And just overall, how did you feel, with such a new group and all of that stuff? How did the team feel? I know it didn't end up, in the win that y'all wanted, but how did you feel that you guys played as a group?
Yeah, aside from, the outcome, that was a great start for us. That was a, very competitive training camp that we just went through. And, for everybody to come out here and just compete and, stick together. That's one of the biggest things that, we're trying to focus on this year is just sticking together through the highs and lows. And, the group came out and showed poise. And, I think that's just a great feel for the season starting off like that.
That'll be it for me. Thank you.
Okay.
Ariel, what did you like best about Kira out there?
I saw her fire today, and I've been missing it, to be honest with you. I mean, we can see it a little bit in practice, but just her protecting the rim, us actually letting people get back there so she can protect the rim. And then just her aggressiveness on offense and her ability to like grow. I mean, I see her growing every time I see her on the floor. So my favorite thing about Kira is her personality and her competitiveness. And we need it. She's a dog for us, and I just love her fire.
I love you too.
Oh my God. Sorry, so awkward.
Kira, for you defensively, after a long layoff, sometimes players, struggle with their timing. But
Yeah.
you had 5 blocks out there. So
Mhm.
how did you kind of settle in and get that timing back so fast and get up for those?
I just feel like I have a better load in my legs right now than before surgery, which is crazy to me. I was in bad shape, I guess. So, I was able to get some really good quality time with our strength and conditioning with Sarah. And, I think it's just a testament to the work that she's put in with me is like I feel really good. I feel bouncy. I feel like I can jump through the gym. And, I think my timing on the blocks is just not swatting when it's still on the floor. I'm trying to get them in the air. I'm trying to get them off the backboard. I'm trying to expand my defense to that so that teams can't get me in foul trouble. So, I think it showed today.
Last one for me, for both of you. Can you walk me through what you remember from that 3 to end the first half?
I remember them damn near yelling at me, Eric, because he's like, "There's 4 seconds." I didn't even know. I was too hyped.
5.1.
It was 5 seconds, but I didn't care. I was throwing out every 3 celebration I could think of, but it won't happen again though, Eric.
Ariel talked about your competitiveness. That's something I know about you. How hard is it playing with the minutes restrictions in a game like this? Is everything involved?
Yeah, it's gonna be something I gotta adjust to. How many minutes did I get?
19.
19, so I almost got 20, but that's 20 minutes I wasn't on the floor. And I think for me it's about being patient, staying warm. I think this game I still felt great, even though I had to sit on the bench sometimes. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. I gotta come in and still have that same rhythm, still have my touch around the rim. I'm still figuring that out, but I think coach is doing a great job of keeping me in, keeping me warm. Playing the minutes right. So I think it'll continue to improve. Sorry.
Oh, Ariel, how did you feel like the ball was moving overall offensively? 20 assists from the basket.
Yeah.
It seemed like you guys were playing really well.
Yeah.
The offensive side of the Spurs.
I mean, that's beautiful, and that's game 1, and that makes me really excited because we're only gonna get to know each other better. Obviously, like we've had training camp time to like get to know each other and get a feel for each other, but now we're in the heat of it, so now we have some plays where maybe we threw it a little too far ahead or a little too much behind that we won't make in the next game, and then so forth and so on. Just building on it, and it feels really good because we all want to get better at it. There's not one person or anybody that's like too down on themselves or anything. Like we all know that we're trying to learn each other and build that chemistry.
Yes.
What's
Ariel,
up?
you
Mhm.
shot looked incredible tonight. Felt like you had a lot
Thank
of
you.
confidence. Felt real smooth and crisp, really in the flow of the offense. What were you feeling out there and
Yeah.
on your first game of the season?
Yeah.
I felt like mid-season ready for you.
I mean, tough about that last one, huh? But I just felt good. I mean, it's the work that I've put in the off season, just making sure not only like physically, but like mentally taking those shots. Those are shots that I need to take. It's within the flow of our offense. Making sure that I'm making my reads and not overpassing and also not overthinking, I think is a big thing for me too. So just trying to make the right reads within our offense and take the shots that are there.
Here, you felt like midway through this game, you guys were sort of returning to that defensive identity that you guys hold yourselves to, defense to offense, and then fourth quarter, things fell apart a little bit. Two things. One, what sort of happened in that fourth quarter that pulled you guys away from that identity? And, what are some of the lessons that you guys can take into the game against Connecticut?
Yeah, I think we stopped executing off of stops. I know I think in the second half, we started to really show that gap and, get a good lead, but we just weren't able to translate. And I think that's, kind of fed off into the fourth quarter of we know when we can dictate and when we can, disrupt things and, lead a team to do things that we want them to do, it benefits us most. But when we get back to just not having each other's backs and not being where we're supposed to be, it shows, and especially in the fourth quarter. So, yeah.
This being first back from your hip procedure, I know you have high expectations for yourself, but
Yeah.
does this even surpass the expectations you had for game one like this?
Well, I seek perfection, so no, but to an extent, yes, I'm very happy with where I am. One of the just biggest things for me was, how coming into a new position, playing the 4 and also guarding the 4. I was a little nervous, like, I haven't been used to moving them hips that much. So, it was a great start to see that I'm able to, really compete at the level that I want to.
Your coach talked about pregame about you hopefully stepping into more of a leadership role this season. And even under a minutes restricted night, you had a really, really good performance in all facets of the game. Are you kind of hoping that this performance opening night is going to pave the way towards you having that your leadership role as the season continues?
I think for me, I just want to focus on, showing by example. And I think that starts with my defense. That's something that, our team is going to focus on, and it's going to be something that we have to depend on as well, especially on the road and, just defending our home court. So, as far as that aspect, I expect the role to continue to grow, but I think I just want to follow and lead by example and allow people to follow me.
Ariel, same thing for you when it comes to you stepping into more of a role. Really, really good performance tonight, put up 20. How are you kind of expecting your presence to be in your, I guess, role to be on this team?
I mean, it's probably a terrible answer, but I'm just gonna have to do it. Like, I don't know if I can really give myself like time to be like, oh, you need to step. I don't have time for that. Like I got to do it. We are where we are. I've been here for going on 7 years. Me and one of my other teammates, we've been here the longest. I have the experience on the court. I just got to step up and do it.
You said you stepped into a new position this year at the power forward. Can you elaborate on what changes you to make to your game overall?
Well, in my heart, I feel like I'm a guard. So I feel like, coming in my 2 years, I did have to, limit some of the things that I was used to, and play strictly a 5 and strictly setting people up with screens and rolling hard. But in any other team I played for, I was allowed to show my versatility and show that I could, dominate on smaller posts and also, big slow posts. So, okay. Yeah, I think that's really just the only thing I'm, adjusting to is kind of more so getting back to who I was, but at a more efficient level.
Ooh,
All right. Any questions on Zoom?
I don't see any.
I don't see any either. All right, ladies. Thank
Alrighty,
you so
thank you guys.
much. Bye.